took a little bit of a break. Yeah, I think the last video I did was on abstinence and I talked about my experience with that, so that was fun. What have I been doing the last few weeks? You know, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, lamenting over the state of this country and wishing I could leave, honestly. It's been a weird beginning of the year with like the Omicron variant and like everyone being sick at the same time, and it was just like really overwhelming for me personally. Yeah, I have been thinking about some things in my personal life. For the first time in a long time, I'm not feeling very optimistic about my financial future. I have always struggled to make money. I left my house at 18, went to school, and never went back home. In all the ways that count, I was pretty much on my own. Paid my own bills, my car note, paid my insurance, paid my phone. Like, this is me at 20. 21, I got my first apartment, paid that, paid my utilities, like bought my own clothes. Like, I've been on my own for a very, very long time, but it's always been hard for me to make the kind of money that I really want to make. My first full-time job, I got paid pretty good, but one thing led to another, and I had a huge like financial like breakdown, catastrophe, right around the age of like 22 and 22 going on 23, and it was really hard, and I was not really able to navigate that the way that I should have. It really messed my credit up. I got my car repossessed. I mean, it was a lot. It really like shook my confidence in myself as a independent adult. I stopped working for a little while, and then I got married, which I talk about that in my marriage video and my abstinence video. But I was just doing random stuff. I worked at like mall stores, shoe stores, a baby room at a daycare, and I mean, none of those jobs pay very much at all. I decided to go back to work last year for the first time in years. It was just supposed to be just a little thing, but we ended up moving. If you've moved any time in the last year or so, you will attest to the fact that the rental market is bad right now. But we got lucky and we found a place that we love. But my expenses have gone up drastically. Even though I do have a job and I am making a little bit of money, it's not doing what I thought it was gonna be doing. Like, it's not giving what I thought it was gonna be giving. Like, I don't like the number I see in my account. I've had to really buckle down. I've had to really curb my spending. Now, anybody who knows me, okay, no, my name is Joy Spend a Lot. Spending money gives me a high like you don't understand. Maybe you do. I love buying things. Us depressed baddies, okay? Depressed baddies raise up. I am definitely a chairwoman. Spending makes me feel happy. I can't change these things that's going on in the world, but I can change this. I can do this one thing, and so I do it. It was becoming a habit, and I had to look at the finances and say, you know, we gotta stop. Well, ever since I stopped, I ain't been happy. Like, I felt some type of way. I can't explain the feeling, but I've been feeling like a loser. Ew, I have to save. Ew. I can't spend money on a wig right now. I just cannot, because wigs are crazy expensive unless you're buying like a 10-inch. I want some bundles. On my bed. The checking account is saying not today, not tomorrow either. And so I really wanted to dig deep and ask myself, what is this really about, that I feel like I have to keep spending money, and then when I'm not spending money, I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling like I'm left out. Why is our identity so closely tied to us spending? I looked around the internet, did some research on my own, and just looked into this phenomenon of like consumerism and like what even is all of this. And I found this interview where this guy is asking this like economist like these questions, and he says, why do we buy things, often more than we need? And the guy responds, we feel the pressure to keep up with the social groups that we place ourselves in. The things we want are correlated to the kind of person we think we are. Each group has a consumption style associated with it. If your social reference group is wealthier than you, you will spend more and save less. If your reference group is more modest than yours, you will spend less and save more. The term social reference group actually is something that was originally made to describe the process where infants learn what's good and what's bad based on looking at their caregiver's face. They read their caregiver's expression, and if their expression looks happy, then they know that whatever they're doing or saying is good, and if their expression looks like tense or stressed or sad or whatever, then they associate that with that action and they know not to do that action again. In that same way, we study those we view as our group or our class, and we try to measure up to them. We look around us and we see, I'm a black 30 something. In order to get an idea of what I should be doing and what my life should be like, I will look at another black 30 something. That will be my social reference group. But also for me, between 24 and like 35, that's kind of like my age range of like people I follow online, and I see what they post and I see what they're wearing, how they're wearing their hair, and I see their wigs and their makeup, and like for me, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I should be doing that too. I don't usually care that much about like specific stuff, but it's just the overall thing. Like if I'm seeing people in that age range buying designer clothes, designer bags or whatever, I'm thinking to myself, should I be able to afford that too? Like, I guess, shouldn't I be in the position to be able to buy a designer bag? And I think that's what we all do. I don't think we realize that, but like people who we feel like are in our group, we try to mirror whatever they're doing. So then the next question was competitive consumption. How are we competing with each other to consume? And the guy answers, in our society, self-esteem and social value is closely tied to how capable we are of acquiring goods. So this just goes back to what I just said. When I look at people who I feel are my reference group and I'm seeing them buy things, I'm seeing them being able to, I'm seeing every time they're posting, they have a new shirt on, they have a new outfit, they have a new wig. Like when I'm seeing that, and like I'm thinking to myself, I can't afford a new outfit right now. I can't afford a new wig right now. That's the reason why I'm feeling crappy. That's the reason why I'm feeling like I'm not good enough, because I'm not able to afford the things that the people who I feel like I belong with are able to afford. It does affect the way that I view myself. I don't think it like completely decides how I feel about myself, but it definitely impacts it. It impacts like how satisfied I am with my job. So yeah, last year I started working, and I started doing something that I actually had been kind of wanting to do for a while. But when I have experiences like where I see someone like being able to obtain something that I'm not able to obtain with the amount of money that I make, it makes me not as happy with my work life. Like not being able to make the amount of money that I want to make affects how I feel about it, and I hate that. Okay, so the last question that they asked this person was, they said, we're entering a moment where lots of people have been sitting at home for a year and a half, because this was maybe a few months ago, and they're referring to the pandemic. And as you said, there's a lot of pent-up demand. Plenty of people I know are ready to spend. Is it odd that we're responding to the end of a crisis by spending money? I just felt like that was such a good question, because I feel like that's literally exactly what I'm going through right now. Like, I think it's been really hard for me to process everything that's taken place in the last 2 years. All of us, I'm sure, are dealing with some level of trauma. We do want to spend money to kind of just like give ourselves like just a shot of happiness in some way. The individuals that are in your social reference group may not necessarily be in your social class, and that's a conversation I don't hear people talk about enough. Like, just because someone looks like you, dresses like you, doesn't mean your pockets look like theirs. Over the last several years, streetwear has become really popular. It's been really popular for like celebrities and rich people to wear, like sweatpants, you know, t-shirts. It's the reason why Kanye can sell sweatpants, t-shirts, hoodies for thousands of dollars. Rich people and celebrities are doing this thing where they're trying to give off this image like they're just like us. They're doing this thing where they give off the illusion of being the everyday person, but when you zoom in and look at their price tag, those price tags are not everyday prices, bro. I especially noticed this like a couple years ago when TikTok really started to take off. These girls, their outfits were like, what, they're wearing like Zara, they're wearing like insert expensive brand here. I don't know, I'm poor, I don't know the names of those brands. You look at their background and you see like these girls they're loaded, they're not like me. It needs to be stated too that a lot of these people who give off the illusion like they're rich and like they have a lot of stuff, and they're putting this stuff in their credit card. In some ways, we're all trying to impress each other by the things that we're buying. It's so sick. Like I really don't think y'all really understand like what's happening. Us continuously buying stuff to feel better about ourselves, to make people see us a certain way, us doing that, but like we're reinforcing the thing that we hate. It's like hard for me to say what I'm trying to say. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? I am just like sitting here to say I am done, you guys. That's really what this video is about. I see the problem. I see it. I'm done. I'm not only because I'm in my 30s, I need to be mature, but also just, who else am I? What else am I besides a spender? What else is interesting and real and relevant about me besides what I buy? What else is important in my identity? What wig I have on, and is it a new one or not? What outfit I have on, and is it a new one or not? I can't keep buying clothes. I can't. My closet is full, my drawers are full, my wallet is empty until we're gonna ride this thing out until, like, that's just it. And I know, especially for black girls, we have a lot of pressure on us to look a certain way. Y'all gonna get what you gonna get. I have been trying to fit in. I've been trying to fit in for so long, especially when I started my channel. Maybe even before that, when I was posting on Instagram and stuff. I'm done. I'm gonna buy stuff when I want to. I'm gonna buy the stuff that I love. I'm gonna buy the stuff that really speaks to me. As far as like trying to follow the trend, like, because I can't right now where I'm at, I gotta put that money back into my family. I'm a mom. I'm a whole wife. Okay, so I'm gonna read this paragraph that I wrote, okay, because I like how I said everything. Okay, so I said, there is a lot of consumerism on display on social media, and it's not necessarily obvious. Multiple outfits, hair pieces, makeup, designer pieces, especially for women and black women in particular. There is this expectation that you are supposed to show up in new things every time the camera gets turned on. Whether you are a TikTok influencer, a YouTuber, an Instagram baddie, you have to show up with different stuff. And I know a lot of these girls, once they reach a certain level of following, get sponsorships and items given to them. But not all of them do, and not every piece of their fit is sponsored. Some of that is purchased of their own accord, and they probably list it as a business expense. But my question is, why is this a business expense? Why are we walking, talking, living, breathing commercials? Why is this an expectation? And then for the people watching, does that mean that they are expected to mirror this level of consumerism too? For people who feel the same way I feel about things, and like for people who are like going through the same stuff I'm going through, like, I want them to know that they're not by themselves, not alone. Like, you're not the only person who is just trying to keep up with what is considered normal and average. What is considered average and what's considered like baseline as far as like how you present yourself to the world is ridiculous. One person in particular, De'Ara, oh my god, I do not follow her because she will make you feel like a raggedy ass bitch. Her outfits are so cute, her hair, and I can't. De'Ara is really wealthy. I can't measure up. If you're a real fan of mine, you'll accept me however I show up. I put in my best effort. I really did, and I'm done. So anyways, I'm gonna wear cheap, ugly shirts like this, semi-ugly shirts like this, and I'm just gonna look like whatever. That's all I have for this video. I want to know what you think. I want to know if you agree with me. I know I don't really respond to comments, like, but I do like when you guys comment. I don't respond because I actually get really anxious after I put a video up, and I kind of just, I like put it up and I like leave. I don't go back to YouTube for like a month. So it's my anxiety, girl. She's ooh. When I go back and look at stuff, like, I really like to hear what you guys say. Anyway, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and guys, have a great day, afternoon, morning, whatever. Okay. Bye.